how can you do this? And I'm still wondering, what the hell did he do? He didn't do anything. He didn't say or do anything. He just said he's going by his own rules, and that was it. So she's like, how can you do this? How can you do this? He takes off his shirt and throws it at her and walks out. I don't think... Yeah, exactly.
Take that, Dixie Carter.
Yeah, I'm not...
Take my shirt. I'm leaving.
I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't get it.
He's AJ Styles. He's a sad panda. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but it doesn't... No part of what happened makes any sense. I'm just saying.
Well, it's TNA.
Fair enough.
So, Kenny
You know what
King,
he needs? Austin Aries money.
It'll make him... It'll sing.
Yes.
Kenny King.
Yes.
Got his win back on RVD.
Which, I'm liking this guy.
Me too.
I like him a lot.
We've seen him in ROH.
Yeah.
He was good in ROH. Now that he's getting mic time and...
Yeah, he's got a good character. He's kind of just a cocky asshole, and I'm cool with that.
And that's cool.
And just like I said at the pay-per-view, Rob Van Dam, put down the joint.
Yeah.
My God, I've never seen anyone do nothing in a match this much.
Well, compared to what he used to do.
Yeah, he used to be good. What the fuck happened?
Well, he got old and stoned.
Yeah, like really stoned. I'm cool. Anyone want to smoke
Hey,
a joint?
man.
Cool. That's all fine with me.
Unless there's any law enforcement officers listening in which drugs are bad.
I don't think it's illegal to smoke a joint.
Just in case. If there's
definitely
any law
not.
enforcement... I'm covering my ass.
Well, I don't smoke weed anyway. I don't give a shit.
There you go.
I got no problem with people smoking it. Not if you have to operate heavy machinery and have a wrestling match.
Yep.
What the fuck, dude?
Unless it's like... Was there any matches where you have to drive heavy machinery?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming a forklift counts.
True enough.
There you go.
So Championship Thursdays next week.
Yes.
Knockouts title, sorry.
Is it the Knockouts title? Cause,
it's a Knockouts title.
Okay, because like fucking Jeff Hardy made a reference at the end for Austin Aries and his money.
No, they're gonna have a match as well, but it's
title.
It's a title match, but it's not gonna be the one that's gonna be deliberated upon, and an opponent's not gonna be picked next week.
True, but he did mention his Championship Thursday. Blah, blah,
so
blah,
that's why he wants to defend his title.
I don't fucking know. This is my second episode.
No,
I'm
we might actually see Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries.
I'm sure we will. It seems like that. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I mean, as much as their knockouts are good, I don't see it as a main event.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of main events,
yes,
Segway Master,
fucking Segway Jesus. So I'm calling you for now.
Jesse versus Bully Ray. Jesse did a pretty good job.
I was gonna say that
for a reality show guy.
Yeah, it was like
look like he can do anything.
Like literally, when you literally, we can go back to the tape last week where I asked you, "Is he a wrestler?" And you're like, "No."
Well, from what I saw of him, he wasn't wrestling.
And according to Taz, he's had like 2 matches, and again, he's been training.
Yeah,
he's not.
He's
bad.
already got the physique. To
We'll
be
put it this way: he's better than Bischoff and Briscoe.
Yep.
Right, and which I mean, in all fairness, he was facing Bully Ray, who
Oh,
is going to make everyone
carry
look
you.
good. But, I mean, it was still fucking impressive. Like, he did decent. I mean, he was still green. You can see it like a motherfucker, but
beating like
he
a
did.
champ.
Yeah, he took it.
His chest was all red from the
God,
chops.
I forgot about those chops. My God, they were disgusting.
But you know what? He took it like a man.
He did, and I think that was Bully Ray legit testing him.
Yep.
Because those were not slaps. Those were, you didn't hear the loud echoing clap. You heard just thwack.
Yeah,
just hit.
He just like, you want to be a wrestler, kid? Yeah. Okay.
That was
we're
not.
We're going to see how bad you want to be a wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. There was no slapping. That was just meat on meat. So that was just thump.
That was Impact for the week? Good, bad, indifferent?
As I said before, it wasn't that bad.
It was better than
than last week, but...
And with these championship matches next week, could be
better. I mean, but to me, they're still reaching for the middle.
All right.
And it is their fault. I can't say it's because they don't have money. No, it's their storylines are still retarded. But we haven't talked about Raw yet.
Yeah. So we'll get there.
We will.
We'll get there. That's it for TNA.
There was no
pay-per-view.
Yeah, they don't show 20 hours of programming like the WWE does.
Speaking of 20 hours of programming, let's
get
into
the WWE,
it, folks.
Yeah.
WWE SmackDown from last Friday.
Good Lord. Yeah, we go back in time, folks. Getting the DeLorean.
Sheamus.
Yes.
And Antonio was out for commentary.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
For the Big Show R-Truth matches, because they were having matches at the TLC pay-per-view that were on Sunday.
Big Show R-Truth?
We're fighting each other.
Why?
Because it was just a match.
Just a match to have. Mismatch like a motherfucker, but whatever.
Yep.
Little Jimmy.
Sheamus, Big Show won.
Yeah, figured.
But there was no contact, obviously.
Yeah.
Antonio pushed Sheamus into Big Show.
Really?
And most of the show was centered on, I guess no pun intended, most of the show, was centered around Big Show, like, no contact, he hit me, match is off, match is off.
For God's sakes, yeah.
Luckily, it wasn't too bad, too bad. Booker T kind of just went, hey, dog, we're still having a match.
Dog.
We're still having a match.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it later.
Yeah.
The Rhodes Scholars, back together. No more apprentice searching, because Sandow has found his equal in Cody Rhodes.
Hey, WWE, here's how you screw up your characters in 5 easy strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
well, you add a mustache.
I think that's kind of funny, though.
It is being chanted at every show.
No, I'm not saying that the chanting is good, but I think it was good on Rhodes' part to grow it. Because you knew he had to know he was going to get made fun of for it.
Dirt stash.
He's not stupid. He's got to know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was kind of a brilliant move because it's cheap heat.
It is mustachioed Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, it is like the cheapest fucking heat you could get.
It is.
So it's brilliant.
So they beat the Usos.
Yes.
I like the Usos.
I do too. It's a shame they're getting beaten a lot.
It's kind of funny that they kind of look more like their cousin The Rock than they do their dad.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey man, all those Samoans, you guys are good wrestlers.
You guys are all awesome. Samoas are awesome.
So Big Show.
Samoa Joe rules.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Big Show and Otunga were in the back, and Otunga was looking over the contracts, as lawyers do.
Of course.
And he's just like, you have a case here, so we're going to go take it to the ring.
Oh, for God's sakes.
So they took it to the ring.
This happened on TV, folks.
Yeah, take it to the ring, bloody.
Yeah.
Match still happened.
Still gay.
It was kind of funny, though, when Sheamus is like, okay, well, if the match is off, then there's no stopping me from completely destroying you.
Yes.
So Big Show's just thinking about it, going, the contract's still good. I'll see you Sunday. And he kind of left.
Okay, that's acceptable
Yeah.
now. I guess I'll accept the bullshit for that.
So they said, we're going to do have an interview with Orton afterwards.
Yeah.
After the break.
Okay.
Come from the break, and the Shield is just beating the piss out of Randy Orton.
Okay. So, since we're getting to the Shield now, I figure we should say something, considering our arguments over the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You finally showed me...
John Moxley.
Moxley, yes.
A.K.A. Dean Ambrose.
Yes, a Moxley-Ambrose promo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually damn good. But let me say this. I still stand by everything I said in that what the WWE is giving him, and I do mean giving him, because these are not his words. You can hear it, especially after seeing that promo, is still shit.
That's
his
fine.
delivery of those lines
They
are
have
still
time.
shit. He needs to do what CM Punk did that I found out on the DVD, where they hand him lines and he goes, yeah, no.
Well,
he can't.
He needs to be in the company long enough.
I know he can't.
Trust me,
but that's
these
what
guys
he
are
needs.
still green. Give them time. Their promos will get better.
I don't think they're all that fucking green, but I'll get to that.
Well, no, for WWE.
I'll get to that.
For WWE Wrestling.
Yeah.
Either way, they Shield took out Orton.
But I just want to say that, yes, you are right, he is awesome, but I still stand by what I said.
Based on WWE's.
Yes. Figure I need to say
that. Shield took out Orton. This is because they're writing him off TV. Because I attributed the troops, he hurt himself.
Oh, did he?
He separated his shoulder.
I heard that he was injured, but I didn't know where and what.
Yeah,
to what extent.
It was just a match. It was literally just he threw a punch and his shoulder just.
It happens
because he's got a weak shoulder because he's hurt it so many times.
Well, I mean, look at his fucking move, right?
Exactly.
But any TV without Orton, I'm happy for.
Yeah.
So fuck it. I hate Orton so much right now.
There we go. Caitlyn beat Oksana. Thumbs up.
Don't care. Couldn't care less.
Miz TV.
Always like it.
Team Hell No. The Shield. Ryback obviously was building towards pay-per-view.
Sure.
So that happened. Another clusterfuck as Miz TV usually is.
Yeah.
I kind of like Miz TV because you know shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean it does actually further storylines. Unlike most of them, I mean, going back to every show that they've done since Piper's Pit, this is the only one since Piper's Pit that actually furthers storylines.
It does.
So, fucking A.
So, International Airstrike and the 2.5 Men.
Pardon?
Oh, Kid and Gabriel.
Right. Never mind.
And 2.5 Men, Cully and Hornswoggle.
Ah, yes.
Beat the PTPs in Epico and Primo.
Okay, what the fuck, man? PTP.
I know. Well,
my God, WWE, you've got a phenomenal heel tag team, and you're doing nothing with them.
I still stand by the fact that if they had their mouthpiece still, they'd be a lot higher up in the tag team ranks, but...
So get them a fucking mouthpiece.
Well, they did, but he had to make a rape joke and he got fired. So.
But who the fuck could they get, though?
I have no idea.
I mean...
Slick's too old.
Slick is, unfortunately.
Slick's too old, man.
He would be perfect,
He
too.
would be perfect.
Fuck, that would be amazing. Shit.
You know what? They're good on their own. They just
They need a mouth. Although, what's his nuts? I don't know their names. I haven't seen them on enough fucking TV.
Darren Young and Titus.
Which one's the bigger guy?
Titus.
He can talk.
He can.
So why doesn't he just talk?
Actually, his finishing move's got a cool name, too. I just found out
What
about
is it?
It's called the Clash of the Titus.
That makes me like him even more.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so awesome.
And it's kind of funny how JBL has come to call Darren Young the Harpo Marx of the group. Because he's like a nobody compared to Titus.
Yeah, but he's good. Mm-hmm. He's a good tag team guy.
So we'll get... PTP gets on TV. Mm-hmm. We might lose a lot more than they win, but you know what? They get on TV, and that's important. They're not on Raw anymore. Well, they're on everywhere else, so
yeah, that's fine,
still important.
I guess.
Kofi beat Del Rio. Cool. Got to build Kofi.
Yeah, they had to because he had nothing. He had nothing going into TLC. So.
Well, he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, but still, he had nothing carrying him. No momentum whatsoever. I mean, yeah, he was the champion.
And they were doing matches.
Yeah, but it was not... they weren't building him up, and they still didn't build him up all that well. But,
you know what? I'm just glad to see the Intercontinental Champion and the United States Champion get some more pub.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, I remember... Like, this actually is a completely different tangent going on into Raw, but it took me a minute when they were doing what was it, the match to determine the number one contender for the tag team championships. Mm-hmm. It took me a minute to remember who the fuck the tag team championships were.
Man.
Like the champions were.
Oh, I knew.
I knew eventually. Like it took me a couple minutes when the match was going on, being like, who the fuck are they? I had no idea. Mm-hmm. But then it just occurred to me. I was like, oh, okay, it's Team Hell No. But I'm like, I remember back in the day when you would know exactly who they were. You know why?
It's because Team Hell No has been in that Ryback Shield feud.
True, but I mean. They also don't hype the underbelts at all.
No.
And
they're starting to.
Pisses me off.
They're starting to, though.
Because, like, the IC belt was almost as important as the championship back
It was kind of like the launching pad.
It was. And, again, I mean, everyone has always said it a million times, and I'll repeat it anyway, is the better wrestlers were the IC champions. Mm-hmm. So you wanted to see those matches anyway. But,
So, speaking of better wrestlers having an underbelt.
Yes.
Main event, Sheamus versus Antonio Cesaro.
Ooh.
Didn't go that long. It wasn't as good as their last match.
Right.
It ended with a count-out. Mm-hmm. It was mostly just to get Sheamus over. But Antonio Cesaro is going to be losing that belt soon because he is wrestling with, 3 fingers, a foot.
Yeah, what the fuck? He is broken.
He's broken, and he's still doing what he's doing. So he's a man.
That dude is more of a man than I'll ever be.
Yeah. His left leg is more of a man than I'll ever be.
Yeah, I know.
So,
the broken hand is more of a man than I'll ever be.
Yeah, so Antonio Cesaro... Keep on keeping on, man.
Good on you.
He really is the Swiss Superman.
Mm-hmm.
So that was SmackDown, leading into the big pay-per-view.
Yes, TLC.
TLC, way fucking better than Survivor Series.
Oh, God, yeah.
But the bar was not set that high.
No, it was not. I gotta honestly say, up until...
Better than Hell in a Cell, though.
What was Hell in a Cell? That was the first pay-per-view I watched since we started this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was better than Hell in a Cell. But the weird thing about it, though, is... all the matches up until we'll get to that, I was just like, they're just okay.
The way I figure, we'll get into the pay. We'll get into the pay-per-view.
We'll go in.
But what I'm basically saying is, after the Kofi Barrett match, that's when the pay-per-view picked up. Mm-hmm. As soon as that match started, that's when the rest of the pay-per-view was aces.
However, you know what? We'll talk about it. I'll get into when we get into the match. I'll explain.
So we'll go back to my match. The Road Scholars beat Ray and Sin Cara in a decent tables match.
It was okay.
The finish was cool.
Finish was great, yes.
Sin Cara almost killed himself again.
I know. My heart leapt into my throat again. I'm afraid for this man. He scares me.
Every time he shows up, it's just like, just don't.
Just don't do anything. Just stand there and look pretty.
But he can't because he's got a mask now.
I know.
So he's got nothing.
No, he just scares the crap out of me every time he does stuff.
So it was cool tables match.
Yeah, it was alright.
Sin Cara didn't completely kill
die,
himself.
So we're good. So, he was on Raw, so we knew he was okay.
Every day he's alive is a plus.
Yes, exactly.
Antonio and Truth, kind of disappointing match.
It only pissed me off. That was the match I wanted to talk about. Is they had the start of a good match. Mm-hmm. It was too short.
Yeah.
They didn't give them enough time. Mm-hmm. It almost seemed like they forgot how much time they had.
I know.
Because they were building to something and then it was over.
Yeah.
And I think
You know
I honestly
why?
think